morning, everybody. My name is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. Today is Make It Monday. So for our Make It Monday, we're going to get a little bit into the Christmas spirit. We're going to make what's called Joy Christmas Coffee. And it's just a special coffee that you can have any time of the year, but it's especially nice around the Christmas season. So I'm going to only be making a half of a recipe because I don't need as much. I still have some from before, but I'm going to give you the amounts for the full recipe. So for anybody, I'll put it in the description, but here's a screenshot for anybody who would like to do that. I hope that was steady enough for everybody. I know it seems early to be in the Christmas spirit, but if you don't get in early, you're gonna miss out. All right, so we're gonna go over the ingredients. There's gonna be some sugar, some coffee whitener, some instant coffee, some cocoa, some Dream Whip or whipped cream powder, some cinnamon, and some nutmeg. So this is a very, very simple recipe, but you can jazz up your bottles when you give it as a gift. If it's just for yourself, you just pop it up in the cupboard. So anyway, I'm going to put in my sugar, and the full cup, or the full recipe is 1 cup of sugar. So I've got a half a cup right there. And then coffee whitener. It doesn't have to be any brand. Mine's just a generic coffee whitener. Full recipe is 1 cup, so I have a half a cup of that. Instant coffee. Again, any brand. This is a Walmart brand here. Instant coffee. And actually, I was shocked at the price of instant coffee until I found this one here at a reasonable price. It was ridiculous, $7 and $8 for instant coffee. But anyway, half a cup is the full recipe, so this is 1/4 cup. Cocoa powder. This is not hot chocolate mix. This is the dark cocoa powder. Full recipe is 1/4 cup, so I have 1/8 cup. My spices of cinnamon and nutmeg. Full recipe is 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. So I have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Now the other one is, if you have whipped cream powder, which is a good product to have on your pantry shelves, then you can use that. I do not have any right now because since this whole world situation has happened, I haven't been able to get it. So instead, I'm using Dream Whip powder. It comes 4 packages in 1 box. So a full recipe would take all 4 packages. So my half recipe is going to take 2 packages. And that's going to give the richness that you would like in your coffee. So I'm just going to dump this in there like that. And I mean, you can vary this up a little bit, you know, depending on what spices you like and all the rest of it. But I'm just going to mix that together, you see, and it's nice if you whisk it because then you can get any little lumps of cocoa or whatever out. Now when you go to make it, it will take a little bit because the cocoa is a little bit harder to mix in than hot chocolate mix, but it gives it a far richer flavor. Now I'm going to put it in the jars, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to actually make a cup here. So I've got my cup right here, and when I go to make it, I will take a heaping tablespoon, that's a heaping tablespoon, and I'll put it in there. And then I'm going to go to my Keurig machine and I'm going to run 6 ounces of water. So I'm going to pause you. No, I'm not. I'm just going to run over there quickly. I don't run anywhere quickly. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to start the coffee running, and then I will come back. All right. Entertain yourselves now. Don't get in any trouble. You don't want to be in any trouble when I come back. You want to have behaved yourself. Okay, I've got that running now. So now let's put some of this into these jars. I should have done this. You know what? I'm going to do it with a funnel. I think that would be a way better idea. I should have known that. I never have everything planned, do I? I'm terrible about having things planned. Goodness me. All right, so now I put the Dream Whipping. Yes, I did. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this in. I don't know how much I'll get in the one recipe. So let's see. I think I should get 2 jars. This is such a nice gift. You can always make it and, you know, put a nice fancy ribbon on the top and give them the recipe so that they can make it themselves. I think just a tiny little bit more. Okay, there's one. And let's get this next one going. Oh, look what I have done. It spilled all over my table. Well, that's one good reason to not have the tablecloth on it, I guess. Okay, I've got just a tiny little bit left. Oh, my goodness, I tell you, I know I spill everything, but that's ridiculous. Okay, let's put this one on. I've got a little bit of room in this one here, so I can just top it up, and that'll use it all up. So I have two of them there. Now let me just wipe my table up for a second. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause, and I'm going to go over and get my coffee, and I'll bring it back and show you what it's like. I'm back. So, I have run my 6 ounces of water into here. I'm going to stir it up. I've got some of these dehydrated marshmallows, which I love. So I'm going to just put that on the top of this. Oh, for heaven's sakes. For heaven's sakes. Here's a napkin here. Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you people, I make an awful mess all the time. All right. There we go. I'm going to taste it and I'm going to tell you a little story. Oh my. That's delicious. Okay, the story I'm going to tell is about my mom. Now, my mom used to, every once in a while, she'd find what's called an acronym, I think it's called. But anyway, it's where you have the first letter, or the letters of each, how am I saying this wrong? The letters that are in a word have a meaning towards the word. So she always told us at Christmas time, when we thought of the word joy, that this would be how to have joy in your life. If you put Jesus first, others second, and yourself third. So joy is Jesus, others, and then yourself. It's a good way to live your life. Thank you, Mom, for teaching that to us. All right, I'm going to go and enjoy my coffee. Hope you all have a good day. Thank you for joining me for Make It Monday, and I'll see you all tomorrow.